Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes, I'm still sat in the same position in the same t-shirt because I'm filming them all now, so she can edit them and put them up whenever she wants to. And if these birds want to be quiet out the front, that'd be great. Thank you for listening. This one is us talking about our differences between our holidays, which is very different, and I'm really curious to see what other people's thoughts are on this. So feel free to chat about it with us, either in the comments or in person, up to you. I'm really intrigued to see how wrong people think I am, because that seems to be the consensus. But yeah, here's our discussion of that. So, this is a couple of weeks after we've been away for our technically second holiday, and we're about to go on our third holiday. I should preface this with YouTube is paying for all of it.
No.
They're not trips that we've booked and paid for one holiday. Put it that way, and they've not all been actual holidays. And I'm not going to get into it because it's not my stuff to get into. But they've not been proper holidays. The one that we've just been on was a proper holiday, and this is a weekend away for someone's birthday.
Yep.
26. We're going away with a couple of her friends, best friends. So that's been like a joint paid thing. Whereas the only holiday we've actually been on has been the one we've just been on with my mum. But I wanted to talk about in the middle a differing of opinions of what a holiday is. I am very strange, and that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. With the way I do holidays, always have been, and we knew when we started getting closer to the point where we were doing like little holidays together and stuff, we would have a lot of problems with booking holidays.
Yeah.
So we've done very few. Really,
Yeah, that's
like
probably why we do a lot more trips.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, you're always going to London, you're always going to
Yeah.
Liverpool, you're always going here. Because holidaying with Tom is not holidaying.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So what I wanted to do is, I think, my opinion is the holiday we just did with my mum is more my holiday, and the holiday we're about to do, so we haven't been yet, we're going on Friday, this is being filmed on Tuesday. Yes?
Yeah.
My days off have been all over the place this week, so I can't remember what day I'm on. Filming this on Tuesday, we go on Friday, we haven't been, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm talking like hypothetical, what you're going to do on your holiday is going to be very different to what I would do on my holiday. So while we were away with my mum, we did a lot of arcades, we did a lot of watching the entertainment, we did a steam train ride, went around the shops and stuff. I do like more explory holidays and more actually going out and being around and looking at things while I'm there and stuff and doing activities. We had one half beach day.
No, we had not even an hour
Well, that wasn't my fault.
on the beach.
So you went to the beach, and the plan was to go again. Also on my holidays, I'd go to the pool. Probably the better way to describe this, because when we were talking about this was when we were talking about like our childhood holidays.
Yeah.
We'd always go away for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go see the Chuckle Brothers do their little show, like little summer panto on the. We always used to go to Great Yarmouth. Hemsby is where we'd stay, and we'd go to Great Yarmouth while we were there. And we'd do, in the 2 weeks, we'd do a trip to Great Yarmouth once every week. Usually, sometimes twice, but very rarely twice. So say we were there, like we'd go Saturday to Saturday, and we'd do Saturday's your travel day, Sunday obviously is the first day technically of your holiday, but Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday or Thursday we'd go to Great Yarmouth. Then the week after would be again the Wednesday or Thursday Great Yarmouth. So like it was like a staple, like we know we're doing that on those 2 days. I'd go on like trampolines. We'd go in the arcade. We'd go. We'd play pool and and 10-pin bowling. There's a little story that my mum likes to tell when the balls aren't like normal balls. They're not like the bowling balls. They're like little balls that are about this big. And she threw one once and it knocked her nail off, and her nail went that way and blood went that way. Sorry, I stopped because that's what I was thinking of, and I thought I need to get it off my chest. Tells every time we go bowling or talk about bowling. Even though we both know this story. I'd go swimming every day. I'd go swimming in the pool every day. But we'd apart from that and the entertainment and stuff, and then obviously go around to the shops in the local area and go out for meals and things and just have a leisurely stroll around Hemsby, Great Yarmouth. And then if we weren't going to go out, or if we were going to do other things in the evenings or whatever, we'd stay in the room. I'd take like a football with me, and just because it was just me and Mum, I'd just play with the football on my own mostly, or if we brought people with us, I'd play with them. Or like, we've bought them the Velcro ball things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd play with those. We'd have like maybe on our holidays one day, maybe two, similar to like Great Yarmouth, where we'd go to the beach. But me and Mum aren't beachy people. And then I'd spend a lot of my time in the chalet doing whatever I wanted to do, like playing games, playing on video games, stuff like that. I'd take like my Game Boy back in the day. And my Game Boy SP, and then we found one place that, as part of the holiday, had a PS2 there, so I'd start taking just a couple of PS2 games with me. And that's how I holiday. It's not how we holiday this time. I didn't take my consoles and stuff with me this time. That's how I would holiday, which is a stark contrast to your holidays.
Yeah. So, for me, very similar. A lot of the time we would go away for 2 weeks. We would quite often go with my best friend and her family, or they'd be there at least one of the weeks. We'd also take my grandma with us, and it would be get up, go to the beach. You're at the beach all day. We were in and out of the sea, building sandcastles. Our dads would make big holes or like sand boats or cars or whatever.
As a boy, I should clarify, I dig holes. I'm a man.
Yeah. Most of our days would be spent on the beach because that's where we all wanted to be. Me and my brother are very much water babies, so we would be down on the beach in the sea for 90% of the day, to the point where our parents would have to come and drag us out of the sea.
I'm like a knee-deep max person as well, which...
It's just not great.
Doesn't help.
So where we used to go is a tiny little seaside town in Wales. So it is Newquay, but Newquay, Wales, not Newquay, Cornwall.
By the way, sorry, I don't want to interrupt. The amount of times I've said that to people recently, and they've gone, "Oh yeah, I know."
Yeah,
I'd never heard of it. So never heard of it. And now all of a sudden everyone knows.
When I was younger, nobody knew. So whenever you said Newquay, everyone would always say Cornwall. And I was like, no, Newquay, Wales. Because I've never been to Newquay, Cornwall. And it is getting more popular now. But I still don't think, I still, relatively, if you say Newquay, people will probably assume you mean Cornwall.
For sure.
So, tiny little place, a handful of shops. One arcade, which is now no longer there, so they don't even have an arcade anymore. It's quite well known for there to be dolphins in Newquay, so we would go out on the boats at least maybe once, again like once a week maybe, or you always know if the dolphins are in the bay because there's quite a buzz and everyone's sort of looking, so if you hear that the dolphins are out, then you might go and book a boat trip if you can get on one. And that would be our holiday. It was very much big. We're not saying we never had days, like we would have maybe a couple of days we'd go to Aberystwyth, or before it was extortionate, before it got to the extortionate price it is now, we'd go on the steam train up to Devil's Bridge.
The steam train we did in
Minehead.
Minehead is the word I'm thinking of.
Was actually really reasonable, to be fair.
I did one with Millie. I don't remember if we did a video last year when I went with Millie. And that was pretty pricey. They've gone up in price for sure.
They've gone up for sure. So we would do things, but ours would sort of be the reverse of it. So we'd have more beach days, and then we'd have like a couple of days where we'd do this. There was a chocolate factory Pemberton's. I don't know if it still exists. I don't think it does. After
No,
I
we talk
googled
about
it,
this all the time, and we never check. I will check what it's on.
I loved it. We went there a couple of times. We've been to the honey farm. There are places around Newquay that we would go and we would visit. But most of our time, we all just wanted to be on the beach. And we would go early to get. You have to go early to get your parking spot. So we were very, very much a beach family. And then in the evenings, we'd because we didn't start a caravan park that like a Haven or I don't know, Park Dean or whatever they are. We stayed on a field that family friends owned that had caravans on it. It had two caravans at one point and then three others. So it'd be just us on the field in the caravans. So we would just make our own entertainment. You know, as kids, we'd be running around the field or, you know, putting on little plays and things because we're all quite musical, theatrical kids. So we'd do little skits for the parents. We'd have barbecues. We might go back down into the quay in the evening, see if we could see the dolphins because they tend to come out more in the evening. And, you know, we might have an ice cream or we'd go down for fish and chips. We might go in the arcade, but that was not every night. Or, you know, we'd be at the back at the field in the caravans playing board games or watching a movie or something. So that was very much our holiday. Now, as an adult, I don't mind a bit of both. But my issue with it, I can take you to an arcade anywhere. I can take you to an arcade in Birmingham. You go to the seaside, it's beautiful. You've got the sea, you've got the beach, you've got like mountains, hills, whatever. You're in such a picturesque place and all you want to do is be inside on a machine. That to me makes zero sense. Why are you spending so much money? Now, okay, we didn't spend loads and loads of money going to Minehead, but some holidays now are really expensive. Yeah. Like even just like caravan holidays, like a Haven holiday, we're going on this weekend. It hasn't been cheap. No. Why are you spending that much money to go and sit in an arcade, which you can do at home?
I wouldn't do it.
Or to play on it, but we could. I would rather take you to an arcade here than go all that way and be stuck in an arcade.
We haven't had this conversation yet until we've come onto camera. To play devil's advocate on that, yeah, we have talked about since we moved into this flat, nearly 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we're going to go to one of the arcades that is around us in the city centre. When's the last time we went to one that wasn't by a beach?
Well, we haven't, but it's not. Yeah, but that's not because that's just been time. If you said to me, right, this weekend, let's go to the arcade.
But I do suggest going.
I'd be like, yeah, okay. Arcades are not my biggest. I'm not a huge arcade person.
So
I wasn't allowed. Having been on holiday with them and it being introduced to more.
Yeah.
I still would not want to go in them as much as him and his mom. Like honestly, if I was the sort of person that was happy to just go off and do my own thing, I could have left them in there in the morning and gone back at like 11 o'clock at night and I'd have still been there and been perfectly happy. That is my idea of hell. All day.
I wouldn't have been there all day.
But that's how you make it sound. That's how you, and this is not me being hard on him. Yeah. Whenever we talk about it, even with his mom, that is how both of them make it sound. They both make it sound like from the minute they were up to the minute they went to bed, they were in the arcade.
No, and that's probably just over-exaggeration of both of us, just the way we talk about it. That was just what we do on holiday. But like, obviously, there's the pottering around the area.
And we did do that. However, I can clarify, neither of them can walk past an arcade with wanting to go in. Without wanting to go in. You've got to pop in. Like, you've got to go in and see what it is. Or then they've got this machine. Let's go on this machine.
The one in mine had a Jurassic Park one. I'd never seen that machine before. That was cool.
You know, so it's just not... I don't mind having a go for a little bit, but then I do get a bit bored and I think, I'd rather be outside. I'd rather be on the beach. I'd rather... Even at night, like, you know, we'd go down and have, like, when me and Alex go away...
Which is who you're going away with this one?
Yeah, which is, I'm taking him, and we're going with him and his partner.
I'm going to sit in the caravan.
And Alex and I will quite often go down on the beach of an evening. We might have a little bonfire on the beach, like, or like we are just very beachy people. And like I say, as I've got older, I'm not saying I want to do that every single day like I did as a child. Let's go on the beach every single day of our holiday. Going and having something, it's like every day, what are we doing today? What are we doing? You know, or before you even go, what are we doing? Are there arcades there? Is this it? We took our mums, both of our mums, to Newquay. I know his mum hated it. Because there was one arcade at the caravan site, because we were on a haven where we're staying this time.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest arcade. It's there's a couple of things there.
I'm hoping
I don't
it's
really
changed
know.
very well because it's a rubbish arcade.
Because you don't go to Newquay to be in an arcade. There are arcades in Aberystwyth. There is a bigger arcade in Aberystwyth, so we can do that and we can go in there. Like, you know, again, when I go with Alex, we always make sure we go in the arcade, but we don't spend a whole day there. We might be in there an hour, and we're good.
So I will say, I don't think she hated the holiday that we went on with the four of us. What I will say is, I think that having it is a lovely little village. There's loads of little things to do. She wouldn't have gone on the boat.
No.
Anyway, so that's one thing she couldn't have done. There wasn't much of us to see because she'd seen it. It's so small, you see it in a day. We did Aberystwyth on that trip on the last day.
No, I think we went in the middle. We went in the middle, and then we went on the last day. Went at the end
to see my auntie and uncle, because my auntie and uncle live in Wales, and they just happened to be around Aberystwyth around the time we were there. So we went down to see them. So we did Aberystwyth a couple of times. But there just isn't a lot to do if you're not a beach person, which she is not a beach person.
No, they are very, very stark differences. So now having, like, so obviously they experienced our holiday, and I've now experienced a more them holiday. It just, for me, their type of holiday, it's go, go, go. They cannot just sit. They can't relax. They can't. It's not, to me, we had a nice time and I really enjoyed it.
And I would factor in more time for the beach if we could have found it.
Like, I came back absolutely shattered, which to me isn't a holiday. There was no, like, just chill time. We were constantly on the go. Like...
But still run out of time to do things.
And still ran out... Well, yeah, because we were constantly on the go. There was no, like, downtime. There was no, like, let's just sit and chill. There was no... Oh, well, you know, let's just go and have a drink somewhere, or it was like, obviously Monday was the travel day. Tuesday we went to see your friend Millie. That took up most of the day. Wednesday we went swimming in the morning. And then every night we had entertainment on. We went to the entertainment every night. So Wednesday we went swimming. And then we went bowling, and then whatever the entertainment was that night. And then Thursday we went on the steam train. So it was just go, go, go. And then obviously Friday we went and did a bit more shopping that, you know, we'd been down into Minehead itself in the wee. And then it's home, and I suppose it's slightly different for me because Monday I'm driving the whole time. Tuesday we had to go meet his friend Millie in between the two of us. So that was another hour's driving there and an hour back. So I'd done 5 hours driving the day before, 2 hours the next day. Then obviously coming home, so I don't even get like the downtime in the car, if you like, which I know doesn't sound like, well, I'm just sitting in a car, but...
Those roads were nasty.
It's fine, we survived. We just tell a tale, and the car survived. So I think just for me, I mean, I'm driving again to Newquay when we go, but I know, you know, Saturday will be a beach day. And this is why we're going with Alex and Harry, because if you want to go off and do your own thing, if Harry wants to go off and do his own thing, if him and Harry go off together, whatever, I know me and Alex will be on that beach and we will be in that sea for as long as we want to be in there. Because that's the other thing, I do want to preface this, it's not that he won't let me go on the beach, it's not that he won't come down on the beach with me.
And like I say, that trip, I wanted to factor in more beach time, we just ran out of time to factor in the beach time. It's difficult because he knows that I like to do it. I know that he doesn't particularly like to do it. So even, you know, we go and see his mum. She lives by the beach. We always try and get on the beach. And you never say to me, oh, I don't want to be here. And he will come and like have a little paddle with me. But when you're doing it on your own, it's not quite as fun. And also when you're very aware that that person's not really enjoying themselves,
you're not really enjoying yourself as much as you would be, or you're thinking, okay, well, how long has it been? I don't want to keep them down here for longer than they really want to be down here. So to avoid any of that, that is why we're going with friends. But yeah, we need to find a nice balance of the
I
two.
think Bulgaria was a nice balance. The problem you had in Bulgaria was there were a lot of jellyfish in that sea.
Whoa. Good grief.
So
All the
then
jellyfish.
the couple of times we went down to the beach, you were like, oh, I don't feel comfortable going in the sea now. So
Yeah.
we didn't really get much beach time because you didn't want to go in the sea.
And the pool was freezing.
And the pool was freezing.
Oh
But
my goodness.
I sat by the pool. I said to you then, even then, I wasn't a fan of just sitting around by the pool because my problem is I don't like being hot. I don't like being too hot for too long.
Yeah, see, so that's another problem that we both have. He hates the sun. I love the sun and want to be out in it like all day long.
I don't hate the sun, but I hate
He
if
hates
I'm
being
sat.
hot.
All I can think of is I'm just cooking. I'm cooking. Like I'm the sort of person that will sit there when it's like baking heat in the sand, and I'll might as well just turn and coat this side as well with a bit of sun. Oh, turn me like a rotisserie chicken. Get this side done as well. Because all I'm thinking about is how I'm just cooking. And when we were in Bulgaria, I took the Switch because I was like, well, let's try and balance. And it was too bright. I couldn't see the screen, so I gave up with that.
Yeah, it's like I say, I have no problem going off and doing things, but I just do think you need to build some rest in there because otherwise it's not a holiday. Like you'll come back and be like, oh, I need a rest day. And I'm thinking, you've just been on holiday. Oh yeah, but I didn't have a rest. That's the point of a holiday.
See, and to
like
me,
to have
it's
a bit
not.
of a relax.
To me, it's I'm going somewhere I've never been before. I want to know what that place is like.
No, it's not. Not when you're going to Hemsby every year and you're doing the same thing. You don't have a relax.
Yeah, but then this is different. I was younger then to what I am now.
So yeah, so those are different holiday styles.
And I didn't do any mini golf this time, and mini golf's my main thing.
Oh gosh, this is it. Mini golf. You have to go. It has to have mini golf. It has to have arcades.
It doesn't have to.
No,
but I'll whinge
but
about
if it doesn't, yeah, exactly. But if it doesn't, he will whinge about it, and you best believe so will his mummy. Because they're so used to that. It's like if they don't have
To be fair, we didn't moan about it this time. We only saw one mini golf thing and it didn't look great.
No.
We just talked about what our mini golf things were like when we were
But it's very much like, you know that they would like to go and do those things. Which, like I say, I don't. None of the things that you do.
Yeah.
Do I hate? I just don't want to do it the entire holiday.
And this is the thing. People are different. People do different things on different holidays. So this is more like a debate for us to get it out into the world and see how many people agree with Beth and how many people don't agree with me. Because I'm aware that our holidays are very different to how everyone does a holiday. And that's our different holidays. You've seen, hopefully, if you've watched them in order, my version of a holiday. You've now seen us discuss it, and you're about to see Beth's version of what she likes to do on her holidays. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again in the next one.